You look awesome! You look awesome!
Who would I like to meet?
The president?
President? I don't know if I'd have much to say to the president.
Today marks a special double celebration for rock music fans worldwide. On August 23rd, 2025, Julian Casablancas, the iconic frontman of The Strokes, celebrates his 47th birthday, and fans are marking the occasion with the release of a heartfelt tribute video for the reimagined song Mrs. Julian Casablancas. Before we jump into the details, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content. The timing couldn't be more perfect. As Julian Fernando Casablancas turns 47 today, a devoted fan base spanning over 2 decades is showing their appreciation through this unique musical tribute that captures both the admiration and whimsy that has always surrounded the enigmatic rocker. The story behind today's tribute release is as charming as it is genuine. Mrs. Julian Casablancas was originally written in 2005 by then 15-year-old Priya Sami, who was absolutely convinced she would one day marry the Strokes' charismatic frontman. What started as a teenage fantasy became a quirky, endearing song that first found life at Cog Transmissions with producer David Holmes, quietly living on MySpace for years, like a beautiful secret waiting to be rediscovered. "20 years later, as Julian celebrates his 47th birthday, Priya has teamed up with the band Bub to completely reimagine her youthful tribute for their debut album, Can't Even. The new version transforms the original teenage confession into a sophisticated musical celebration, featuring Liz Stokes from the Beths on trumpet, Alex Freer and Dan Barrett on rhythm section, and production guidance from Bob Frisbee, who wisely encouraged Priya to keep the song's wonderfully quirky spoken word segment. The accompanying music video, released today to coincide with Julian's birthday, is styled as a rooftop indie wedding that perfectly captures the playful spirit of the original song. Directed by family friend Lucia Farron-Diamantes and shot by Maria Inez and Bailey Era, the video features Laszlo Reynolds stepping into Julian's shoes as the groom, with Jackie Brown serving as celebrant. The production team even hoisted Harrison Chow's harp up to the rooftop to complete the dreamy scene, surrounded by friends, family, and a creative team that clearly understood the assignment. Born on August 23, 1978, in New York City, Julian Casablancas has spent nearly half his life as one of rock music's most influential figures. His 47th birthday arrives at a particularly creative moment in his career, with the Voidz having just released their 4-track EP, Megs of Ram, on July 31, 2025, recorded in the very same East Village basement where the Strokes' legendary debut Is This It was born. This circular return to his roots while continuing to push creative boundaries perfectly encapsulates what has made Julian such an enduring figure in alternative rock. From his early days growing up as the son of elite model management founder John Casablancas and former Miss Denmark Jeanette Christiansen, Julian's path to rock stardom was anything but conventional. The teenage rebelliousness that emerged after his parents' divorce when he was 8 years old would later fuel the raw energy that defined the Strokes' sound. His exposure to the Doors through his stepfather, Ghanaian painter Sam Adoke, shifted his musical perspective away from the Phil Collins-influenced pop of his childhood toward the darker, more complex rock sounds that would shape his artistic vision. Julian's formation of the Strokes in 1998 with childhood friends Albert Hammond Jr., Nick Valenci, Nicolai Fraiture, and Fabrizio Moretti wasn't just the creation of another band. It was the birth of a movement that would redefine rock music for the new millennium. Their 2001 debut Is This It didn't just succeed, it exploded across the cultural landscape, with critics hailing it as the record that might save rock. The band's journey through albums like Room on Fire, 2003, and First Impressions of Earth, 2005, showcased Julian's role as the primary creative force, writing most of the material and shaping the band's distinctive identity. However, success came with its challenges. As guitarist Albert Hammond Jr. noted, the band faced criticism no matter which direction they took. With Room on Fire, people were giving us shit because they said we were sounding too much the same. With the third album, we were getting shit that we don't sound like Room on Fire. The pressure led to a 5-year hiatus, but their 2020 comeback album, The New Abnormal, proved that the Strokes' creative fire still burned bright. Produced by Rick Rubin, the album earned them their first Grammy Award for Best Rock Album, validating their continued relevance in contemporary rock music. While the Strokes defined Julian for many fans, his solo work and the Voidz project have allowed him to explore more experimental territories. His 2009 solo debut, Phrases for the Young, inspired by Oscar Wilde, leaned heavily into synths and new wave influences. Julian explained his approach. "I would have gone weirder with the music, but I wanted to be smart. I didn't want people to dismiss it as some weird abstract thing. I worked too hard on it for that to happen." The formation of the Voidz in 2013 marked an even bolder departure from conventional rock structures. Their albums Tyranny, 2014, Virtue, 2018, and Like All Before You, 2024, have pushed the boundaries of what rock music can be, incorporating experimental sounds while maintaining Julian's distinctive songwriting voice. Julian's influence extends far beyond his own projects. His collaboration with Daft Punk on Instant Crush from their Grammy-winning Random Access Memories album showcased his ability to adapt his style to different musical contexts. More recently, his appearance on Charli XCX's 2024 Brat remix album demonstrated his continued relevance in contemporary pop culture. His work with artists ranging from The Lonely Island to Queens of the Stone Age, Santigold to Danger Mouse has established him as a sought-after collaborator who can bring his distinctive voice to any musical context. As Julian enters his 47th year, he's a man who has evolved significantly from his early rockstar persona. Sober since 2009, he's become increasingly politically engaged, supporting independent media and progressive causes. His interview series, SOS, Earth is a Mess, has featured conversations with figures like Amy Goodman, Andrew Yang, and Noam Chomsky, showing his commitment to using his platform for meaningful discourse. His personal life has seen changes too. Following his 2019 divorce from Juliette Joslin, with whom he shares sons Cal and Zephyr, Julian has continued to balance his roles as father, artist, and cultural commentator while moving between New York, Los Angeles, and upstate New York. Today's tribute video release represents something beautiful about Julian's relationship with his fanbase. 20 years after a teenage fan wrote a song about marrying him, that same fan has created a sophisticated musical tribute that captures both the playful admiration and genuine artistic respect that Julian has inspired across generations. The fact that Bub chose to mark Julian's 47th birthday with 2 special shows dedicated to the occasion speaks to the ongoing cultural impact of an artist who has never stopped evolving. From the garage rock revival of the early 2000s to the experimental sounds of the Voidz, from Grammy-winning albums to political activism, Julian Casablancas continues to influence music and culture in ways both profound and unexpected. As Mrs. Julian Casablancas officially launches across streaming platforms today, Saturday, August 23, 2025, it serves as more than just a tribute. It's a celebration of an artist who has consistently refused to be confined by expectations. The rooftop wedding video, with its indie charm and genuine affection, captures the spirit of why Julian Casablancas has remained such a compelling figure in rock music. At 47, Julian stands as both a guardian of rock's past and an architect of its future. The teenage dreams that inspired today's tribute have evolved into something more substantial, a recognition that some artists don't just create music, they create entire worlds of possibility. Today's birthday celebration, marked by this delightful fan tribute, reminds us that Julian Casablancas continues to inspire that same sense of possibility in a new generation of dreamers and creators. From a rebellious teenager in New York to the voice of a generation, from the Strokes to the Voidz, from Grammy wins to political stances, Julian Casablancas at 47 remains as restless, creative, and influential as ever. And for fans around the world, today's tribute isn't just about nostalgia, it's about celebrating an artist who continues to evolve while never forgetting the sound that changed everything.